Good evening, you guys. It is Brandon, also known as Slythr, and I got a kitty. Oh, easy girl. Her name is Suki. She's about 5 weeks old, and she is just the cutest little thing. I know how much the internet loves cats, so there you go. Um, we still have Sam, so we have one dog and one little kitty now. Um, Cindy is actually um, at the mall right now with her sister, just having some sister bonding time. And we are Sam. It's a little bit of a challenge because with the kitty, we had to get new food and a bowl for her and a little litter box, and Sam doesn't know what those things are or what this fluffy thing is that's around. So them interacting has been interesting. Sam has Sorry. Suki decided to walk on my keyboard and stop the video. She's a little stinker, aren't you? Yes. But it's just been interesting to see them interact. Sam has acquired a taste for Suki's kitten food, so we've had to keep those separate, which has been interesting. And I mean, she's a good puppy for the most part. Can you see her? Just right. Yeah. Yeah. I know, just all the pet love. And this one wants to play. She keeps meowing. It's hard because we leave them alone for, you know, more than that, because the workday is 8 hours. And then I actually have to drop off Cindy early. Whoa! Oh, kitty, careful. I have to drop off Cindy early because I have to be at work at 8, and she starts work at 8. And it's about a about 25-minute drive from her work to mine, and then a 15-minute drive from here to there. And I usually leave about 10 minutes wiggle room for traffic. So today's my third day of my new job, and I like it. It's going really well. It's a lot more. It's funny. I started and I'm doing all the things that they were never able to get around to doing. So like right now they have a bunch of files on a bunch of different places and they want to consolidate them all to the same place. So all of my bandwidth during the day is taken up downloading files and then organizing them and putting them in one file server. But then that's running into issues because it's internal and it caps out at like 100 megabytes per file, so all of the source files for Photoshop and videos won't fit in there because they're too big. Even if you know nothing about computers, it's like if you have a bunch of different things, a bunch of different places, and you're trying to put them all in one place, and they'll fit, but someone's like, oh, well, you can't put anything in this one box that's bigger than so, and so you almost need another place for it, or you need to release that cap. So that's what I'm contending with at work. I am doing a little bit of web design work. It's like a marketing and communications team internally for a subsidiary of this corporate company. So I've been doing photo editing and print and digital design, not so much mobile applications like I have been doing, but it's good. It's kind of the core of what I was trained in. Aside from the sort of clerical office work, it's nice. Have my own desk, not my own office. But it's a team of 3 of us, and we're just kind of in one little room, and it's nice. I don't know if you guys can hear her meowing in the background. She just wants love. She just wants attention. Thanksgiving was awesome. Happy Thanksgiving, by the way, if I didn't say it in my last video. It's been a week and a half. I've been bad with these things. We went to Cindy's, her cousins. I think they rented out a restaurant over in Dayton, which is about an hour west of Columbus, hour drive. So went over there with her parents, and her sister was there, and was nice. It was like a potluck style. Obviously, they had the whole restaurant to themselves. Not that it was like a super fancy restaurant or anything, but we were able to rent out the venue, even though it was like a like kind of a sports bar and grill sort of place. Which you think Thanksgiving. It was nice though. And then after the meal, everyone kind of got together, played board games, caught up. It was cool. So we were there for about 4 hours, and on Black Friday, we went out. We kept it pretty low considering our situation, and that I haven't. There was a little bit of a hiccup with getting a paycheck, but we were able to get everyone Christmas gifts and keep it under like 300, which isn't bad. And I got a couple of things for the house and myself because starting work, I needed the white shirts or whatever else. I have a couple of errands to do tonight, and it's hard because I'm getting, even if I leave work at 5, with traffic coming back, it's a lot more painful. It takes probably 35, 40 minutes. So I'm not picking up Cindy until like 5:35 at best. Today, because there was so much traffic, it was 6 p.m. So she's waiting there. Granted, it's inside, and she has a computer and a place to chill, but because she doesn't have a car, she has to wait for me to pick her up, and today was almost an hour. I felt so bad. But that's unfortunately our reality, at least until the winter. We are going to be working on getting her license, but it's more beneficial for her to save up through the winter and start driving, get her car and start driving like around March or so. That way she has another 3 months to save up. Hefty down payment. She can look around, figure out what she wants, and not have to worry about driving in a blizzard. First time driving, I know that I wasn't that great at it for the first couple of weeks, months. So that's going to be a challenge. I have so much to do, but I don't want to neglect you guys. I want to keep you up to date with everything. It's just there's a lot of things happening at once, and I'm just trying to keep a grip on everything. Sorry if you guys worried about my last video. Like, we're stable. We're not in any sort of dire straits by any means. But it's going to be an adventure for the next couple of months, and just because of where we're at and where we want to be, we know that it's going to be a gradual progression. Once she gets a car, it'll be a little bit easier, and it is what it is right now. So that's kind of, I think that's everything. I don't know if I talked about like how we came to get Suki. So for you guys that follow me on Facebook and Snapchat, it's just like, oh, congratulations, we have a cat. But I want to give you guys a little more insight. So Cindy's coworker rescued a stray. They already had a couple of cats, and that stray gave birth. So they just had this litter of kittens, and they had no idea what to do with them. They gave away a couple of them, but unfortunately, I don't know if it was because they were keeping them out in the cold, or they weren't feeding them right, didn't know how to take care of kittens. I heard a lot of stories. I don't want to throw any shade, but the kittens weren't getting the best of quality treatment or care, to my understanding. So unfortunately, a couple of them passed away, and Suki was the very last one that was left. And how they were talking about her, I think this was just the day before Thanksgiving, actually, that Wednesday, so a week ago now. We followed her coworker home, and I wasn't expecting to do this. I was just expecting to come back, and because I was low on gas. So we get to their house, and then I realize how low I am, and I'm like, oh, I think I'm not going to have enough gas to get home or get to a gas station, because it was empty. They have the estimate. Can you guys hear that? Suki's teething. They have the estimate of like how much gas you have left, and it just said 0. So fortunately, the engineers or whoever designed that were very kind in that I was able to run on fumes to the nearest gas station, and then immediately from there we took Suki to the vet to get her checked out. They gave her a little thing for worms and a little bit of kitten food because all of the pet stores were closed and we didn't have anything. We were able to go to Walmart and get like a bowl and some kitty litter, and actually her litter box right now is Tupperware. Oh, those purrs. That's you. But the vet checked her out, and she was fine. Yeah. And after just, being cuddled and near a heating pad and getting some food in her, she was as lively as she is now. It's definitely going to, like I said, be an adventure, not only with what Cindy and I are contending with the whole, one car and work and commute situation, but then this little one and everything else that might come. You're teething, huh? Last update, I'm actually not going on the Florida trip. My dad gave me a call the other night, and I guess my mom isn't feeling too hot and isn't up to traveling. She's fine, don't worry, but isn't in the best position to be traveling that far from California to Florida. So Cindy's asking how the babies are. They're fine. So I think those are all of the updates for me. I'll try and keep posted as I can with our situation. But thank you guys so much for hearing me out. You guys know this is how I stay sane. Oh, those dad skills, those instincts, those reactions. All right, you guys take care. Have a good one.